Hey everybody, it's DeShawn. Give me a second. I just wanted to, sorry. Just wanted to kind of organize myself here. It's been a moment. Sorry, I had to come on at 7:15 tonight because when I said I was coming on, I got a barrage of emails and such from people. Oh God, I can't find a powder to save my life. And I wanted to kind of sit down and gather my thoughts and talk about this because, oh, help me, Jesus. Hey, you beautiful people, Lori Pearson, Dominique, Oma, oh my, Inside Out, hello, Inside Out. Hey, Doris. Miriam, hey people, hey people. Sorry, I'm looking for a specific thing. And then, hey Zamora, good night, darling. I'm looking for my powder because I'm shiny as the shits here, so just bear with me. Why can't I find my powder? Oh, because I put it away. I knew that. Hey, House of Marty, Q Face for Makeup, hello. Hey, Phoenix Beauty. Cynthia, hello, Cynthia. Everybody loves Jay. I'm here for it. Hello, everybody loves Jay. Hey, Yvette, Tasha. Okay. Hey, you guys. Pure Joy. Hello, Pure Joy. Kimberly, hello, Kimberly. Welcome all. I see we have some new people here. Welcome. Hi, it's good finally to do Golden Adorned. Hello. It's good to finally see you guys in here too. Hey, Renelle. Excuse me while I get the shine off my damn forehead. Sorry, guys. I will explain why I have to do that now on air. Okay. I'm gonna give us a tea. House of Marty is just ready for some tea. Well, people, you know what? At first, I thought I was going to, let me move my mic over here. Cine? Is it Cine? Am I saying it right, Cine? Chavaria? Oh, Dominique's like, yes, I got my popcorn. Okay, so I guess I'm assuming by the fact that you guys are talking to me, you can hear me. So that's the, okay, cool, Cine. Nicole, yes, I'm so thirsty. Okay, well, we will get to the TT in 2 seconds. Let me just put this stuff down and I'll explain to you why she's a little late tonight with this because, okay, there's a lot. Hi from Canary Island. Hello. Akira? I'm not sure. Yeah, what did she do? Y'all are funny. Yes, we hear you loud and clear. Thank you so much for letting me know that. Okay. All right. So one of the reasons why I'm a tad bit late this evening, did I just do that? Sorry, guys, is because my whole phone was being blown up and my emails have been being blown up and I'm getting story after story after story from various people on what is transpiring. And so I thought that tonight I thought tonight I was going to talk about something, the same topic, but just a little differently. And now with all of the stories that I'm getting, not saying that I was going to make fun or make light of the situation. I was not. But it's far more reaching and far more serious than I ever imagined it was. I thought it was just a few people. I thought it was just makeup artists, and it is not. And so I'm going to get into some of the stuff that I know, some of the stuff that let me clarify. I am not, I was not scammed by her. This is all of what people have just told me. I am trying to ingest everything that I've just learned. I will not be sharing their names with you because I feel, again, as I feel, it's their story to tell. But I have had the okay to tell some stories tonight. Um, it's a mess, guys. It's a mess, and so like I said, I I came up with a different approach, and now that approach has been blown, and I'm trying to kind of figure out how to tell you guys some of the stuff that I know. Yeah, it's a lot. So there's Kiki, there's Sylvia, there's Paolo, there's Solange, there's Nubian Princess, there's Kirsten, there's Dominique, there's Dallas. Dallas is a magnificent photographer. You would have seen him in the opening. Oh, Dallas, what's that thing that's on Netflix, sweetie? That you're you know, you and the amazing Mr. Day opens the show, as I say. If you want to put that up there, that'd be kind of cool. CR, hello. Broken. Thank you, darling. So there is a documentary, coincidentally called Broken on Netflix, and Day and Dallas are the photographers in the opening, I believe working with Makeup Geek. I could be wrong. I don't know. And it's a great documentary that you should be watching about the industry and makeup and so on and so forth. So you should go check that out. Okay, so. Okay. I am like truly flabbergasted. Okay, so there's a lot of new people here. I don't even know if you guys know who the hell I am. So I'm going to introduce myself. I am DeShawn Hatcher, a makeup artist here in New York City. I mainly do fashion, editorial, and now I do television and blah, 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 blah. Okay, I've been a makeup artist for almost 20 years. Come 2020, I will be a makeup artist for 20 years. And I guess I know a lot of people because a lot of people have contacted me today. And so tonight is the night that I wanted to discuss this. It's so interesting because on Saturday I was so mad and Sunday I'm so heartbroken. It's just, I'm so internally sad right now. It just, it gets to me because this scamming people sucks. And to know that so many people have been scammed by this particular woman, Erica Carr, who is, I don't know her lineage in terms of the makeup world, so please forgive me with a lack of background information on her. I can just tell you that, hey, Tish, I can just tell you that she is a makeup artist and hairstylist. I believe she's more hair than makeup, but she's a makeup artist, hairstylist. From what I understand, she primarily for me that I know of, works on the bridal circuit. She teaches, she's an educator, she teaches, she's been doing that for years. I'm pretty sure longer than I have been doing it. And at one point she seemed to have had a very good reputation. And then I would say somewhere along the lines of maybe 6 or 7 years ago, she did something. Now I cannot remember, I'm racking my brain all day long to remember what she had done 6 or 7 years ago. I can't remember. If you guys can remember, let me know. I can't remember what she had done, but she had done something to where the point she faded away. Okay. She had done something funky and she had to fade away, and she faded away for years. And when I say that, it's like, again, I don't know. Oh, thank you. Hey, Tori, I don't remember. So, bear with me, but she did something where she needed to kind of fade into the background. Okay. So now let's fast forward to now, like 5 years ago, she started to resurface, right? And she started to befriend senior artists, like high, I'm a senior artist, yes, but there are high senior artists, more senior than me, and with huge reputations and stuff. And she started to befriend these people, and she reached out to these people. And I guess, I don't know what the situation was. Again, remember this, I am not a reporter, and I am not trying to give you, I'm not trying to give you gossip. I'm just trying to give you information, I guess. And she befriended these people, and she Svengali them in such a way where they started to kind of work with her. And by working with her, it started to validate to many that this person must have redeemed themselves in some way, shape, or form, because these people have aligned themselves with her. And so her reputation started to become anew. I guess is that the way. She was working with the powder group and went south, but they never outed her. Yeah, see, like, I don't know the whole story. She started a new workshop teaching makeup artists how to prepare makeup for shoots. Okay. Yeah, see, like, but there's something specifically she had done back in the day, seven some odd years ago. She had done something to have her fall out of the grace of the community. Again, I don't know what that something was. It could have been a multitude of different little things that she started to do. But again, I don't know. I can't remember, because quite frankly, I don't give a fuck. Okay. So getting back to what I was saying, because I'm trying to keep this straight and on the narrow. Okay. So these people validated her existence. And so basically what started to happen was she started to come back into the light. And hey, Mickey. And I'm, like I said, I don't remember what she did, but whatever she had done, it left a really horrible taste in my mouth. Like when you would say Erica Carr, people would say, you know what I'm saying? That was my initial response, like, oh no, I don't think I want to deal with her, because I don't remember what she did, but whatever she did, it wasn't good. And so when she started to creep back, she started to make a creep back, I would tell people that she's creeping back with, you need to watch back. I don't trust her, but the money was good. And so people ignored the warning signs. Okay. So now here we go. She's creeping in. She's starting to do admin work on different Facebook message boards. So she's on this message board. She's on that message board. She's in the admin. How she did that, I don't know, but she did. And so she started to build a very good reputation. So while she's building this very good reputation, she's starting to like work with more artists and get her name out there more. And she started, I guess I'm going to assume, I have not heard of in that particular section of her life in terms of that time period. We're talking like five years ago now. She wasn't stiffing anybody 5 years ago. Put it this way. She was paying people well. She was doing what she said she was going to do. All I believe in my mind is to build up enough reputation, I guess, good reputation, in order to do whatever she needed to do. Get what I'm saying? So, oh my God. So she built up a very good reputation. And I have to admit, even I was kind of like, wow, give me 1 second, guys. I was like, well, wow, maybe people can change. I didn't think she changed, but I said, you know what? Maybe people can change. Maybe she's turned a new leaf, whatever. So when I wrote my book, it was suggested that I go talk to her, because now she has suddenly moved up in our community. She went from being exiled to suddenly now she's like repping, prominent artists, and she's touring with this person, and she's got classes with this person. And I don't know how she did it. I can't tell you. I wasn't there for the resurgence. I don't understand it. So now my book is here, and a friend of mine says, oh, you need to go talk to her, because, it would be good, you can push your book, and, she's doing all this class stuff and everything. And I got to tell you guys, like, straight up, straight up. I had a meeting with her, and it just explain it. Eked me the fuck out. It eked me out. It was like, it was all about the money. It was all about the money. And what I mean by that is she kept saying how much money she can get me. It was like this. I can get you all this money, DeShawn. Don't you want all this money? It was very much like this. It was like, and I just was like, yeah, okay, that's cool. But I do have questions. I have some technical questions I like answered. I like to understand how this is going to work, all these things. And she just kept saying, whatever you want, I can get you that money. I can get you that money. And I have always grown up with the saying from my parents that all money is not good money. And she basically skeeved me the out with it. It was just too much. It was just too much. It was too much of this. And I decided I don't want nothing to do. Listen, if you are doing well, I wish you well. But I personally really don't want anything to do with being associated in that way with this person. I'm getting a very funky vibe from this person. Though again, I will be 100% clear. It's not like she said something nasty towards me. It's not like she said, she didn't do anything. It was a vibe from me onto her. That's what that was. And she eked me out. Okay. And I said, something's not right here. And I could not pinpoint what was wrong. And it actually dawned on me today that that's how she gets people. She waves that money in front of their faces. She does this. And they go, okay, maybe I can trust you. And then when you first get the first payment, you go, wow, okay, she did do what she said she was going to do. And then more money comes your way and you go, wow. And then that's how she ekes her way into the system. That's how she came back. And so now she has done this to a couple of people. And now we have Erica Carr class. So she developed this thing called, I thought it was class, or I thought it was called I'm Going to Class. Maybe that's like a marketing thing she had going. And it was a great idea. Basically, all it was is like, you take like the makeup show and you take like IMATs and you kind of take that form and then you make it into like more of a class setting. So what I mean by that is like, she gathered together some of the most amazing artists for these classes, like educators that don't educate, okay? Like they just don't. Like these people were showing up and I was like, damn, she got this person, damn. Like I was like, I'm an educator. I am 20 years in the business and I'm like, yo, I want to go take a class at class. You know what I mean? That's how amazing it all seemed. And for the first 2 years, or 3, I would say. I don't know how long. I can't remember how long her class has been in existence now. I'm not sure. I want to say 4 or 5 years now. But I remember the first 2 or 3 seasons of her class, people were raving. Oh my God, DeShawn, it's amazing. Blah, 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 blah. It's the greatest thing. Oh my God. They were telling me I got nothing but amazing reviews from people taking this class. And so fast forward to, I would say last year, that was 4 years. Okay. So fast forward now, I was sitting back. I'm all about, you know how I am. I may be an educator, but I really love education. And I was thinking to myself, I heard nothing but great reviews. These artists that I know are teaching. And then there are some people like Alex Box that was teaching. And then there was like, oh my God. And then, oh God, these names are, escaping me, but she just had like the creme de motherfucking creme of artists. And I've always wanted to meet Alex Box and take a class. Oh my God, I was fangirled by these people on her roster. And I thought, damn, DeShawn, why don't you take a week? Because the classes are a week. So I was like, why don't you just take a week and take your ass down and take a class? Because that looks dope. But then I noticed that in the last 2 years, the joy that I was getting from people from year 1, year 2, I wasn't getting anymore. It was more like, so, hey, did you take Erica's class? Yeah, It was very silent. It was very subpar. It wasn't this rah. And it made me go, well, what the hell is happening? Like, what's happening? Because I can still see that she's offering classes. So I don't know what's deteriorating. I can't tell. And I was like, oh, wow. But then, of course, you start asking questions, and then you get people saying, well, you know, she don't pay people, DeShawn. She doesn't do this. She doesn't do that. And I'm like, what? How is this still going on? And how it's still going on is that this industry that we are in can be very silent, can be very, it's very silent. People don't talk. And I mean, I've had more people talk to me today. Whoa. I've had more people tell me stories today than ever. But it's the point of, I think what makes me so sad about it is that none of this should have happened in the first place. I've been saying that for 2 days. None of this should have happened in the first place. If we weren't so Spangalied, then she wouldn't have had her come up. You get what I'm saying? And this person would not have been released onto to the makeup community. You know what I'm saying? And it just upsets me that this has happened to all of us. And she not only did not pay, let's say she did not pay artists, right? She wasn't paying the artists. She wasn't paying the photographers. She wasn't paying models. She wasn't paying the venue. She just, I mean, like at every step of the way, she was scamming people every step of the way. I have some notes here. I can't, I will answer your questions when I'm finished, but I have notes here because I was trying to keep up with what people were telling me. There was this one young lady who had set up a class for her. I don't remember exactly in what state. She'd set up the class for this woman. So I'm going to give you a background of how we do classes, okay? And so as an educator, an out-of-state educator, I need someone to kind of do all the legwork for me. So let's say if I'm going to California, I would enlist a person, a makeup artist in California to help me set up the class. But basically, let's be real, they're running around doing like 95% of everything. And then I just kind of show up and take the class because I don't live there. I'm not privy to anything. I don't know. And so that's what happens. So you enlist a person to help you facilitate and put together a class. Now, when that happens, I will speak for myself and I will explain what Erica does. So when that happens for me, I always comp my class to that person. I also pay that person. Okay. So what seems to have happened with Erica in terms, again, this is all hearsay. I feel like I'm on hot bench, but this is all hearsay. Okay. So from what I understand, she promised this particular young lady a free class. And I guess that was more than enough for this girl. And she ran around, did everything she did for her. And then all of a sudden time comes for the class and she turns to the girl and says, oh yeah, sorry. Now you have to pay for half of the class. And then she's like, well, that's not what you said. You said you were going to give me the class. So in other words, my point is she's scamming every freaking body. She has scammed people who volunteered to help her. She has scammed I don't know if there's anyone out there she hasn't scammed. I don't know. But again, the problem with it is everything is very, very quiet, hush, hush. Let me tell you what happened to me. Did I tell you what Erica did? Did I tell you what so-and-so did? Let me tell you what's up. You know, it's a lot of that behind the scenes. It's a lot of the, oh, don't say anything about this person because they'll ruin your career type thing. This is what has been happening forever. And this is not the only industry this happens in, but it does happen and it's sickening. And people should be able to tell the truth because when you tell the truth, then people won't get scammed. And this would not have escalated to the point of, I just got a tally from somebody that she just scammed, which is why I was late because I was sitting here reading. I was in a chat. I was sitting here reading what they were telling me. And I was like, what the fuck? I mean, it was so much money for one person. I can't imagine how much she scammed people. We're talking about for this one person, we're talking $75,000? $75,000 for one person. So, or for two people, excuse me, technically it's two people in this story. For these two people, it's like $75,000. Like, what? Like, what the hell kind of scamming is she doing? It was 75, almost $75,000. She done scammed people. She scammed the educators, those wonderful people who give up their time. She scammed them. She didn't, like, basically, again, her class is in, please bear with me, Portland is in Seattle. I'm going to say Seattle. So her class is West, okay? And so lots of the artists that she might have are like, you know, they don't live in Seattle. You know, they have to fly to Seattle. They have to set up hotel accommodations. And from what I gather, some of these artists were promised that she was going to pay for their hotel and their air, and or we put it this way, they pay first, you know, they book themselves, and then she will reimburse. She didn't reimburse. She didn't reimburse. And it's just, I can't. Like I said yesterday, I was so angry. I was just like, what the? I was so angry. And today I am heartbroken. I am just, with all the stories, I am heartbroken that someone can actually do all of this damage to so many people and to an industry. She has done damage to an industry. And it's like, I mean, I have stories here. Oh my God. I mean, the last story was with a photographer who shall remain nameless unless this person wants to step themselves up and, you know, tell their story outwardly. Whereas they set up their class as per her instructions, and, you know, they put it together. They put, again, the same thing about like the young lady. She put the classes together. This is in another part of the world, people. This is what I'm saying. This is far reaching. This is not just America. She has done this in other parts of the world. Okay. So this person sets up this class, and then all of a sudden, see, basically what's happening is, how she's able to do this, so you guys understand, is, let me make sure I get this right. She tells people, send me the money. Like, you set it up for me, but you send me all the money, and then I will pay it out. Okay. Or, hey, I'm paraphrasing, you know, hey, DeShawn, can you pay this person for me over here, and I'll reimburse you when I see you? That kind of thing. You understand what I'm saying? That's what was happening. So people are like taking her at her word and like, yeah, okay, sure, I'll do this, no problem. I'll pay the caterer, or, you know, I'll get you the hotel. I'll put the deposit down for the hotel. All of these weird things, okay? And she wasn't reimbursing people. So people are out of pocket because she's not reimbursing people. Oh, so I can't. There's so much. I mean, how you scam people in a whole nother part of the world and think nothing's going to happen. Oh, and then the other thing that I found out, a young lady, this kind of all started when somebody had, I don't remember her name. Please forgive me. There's so much information coming at me. I really literally need to put this all together and maybe put it on the blog. It's just so much. But there was a young lady who had outed her, who was promised somewhat of a prize. And, you know, in my mind, I think very small prizes, like, you know, oh, she didn't send you a lipstick or something? No, like, she promised prizes like a one-on-one with a photographer in Iceland. You know, like, wow, you know, I'll take that prize. But she never delivered that prize. See, I thought it was just like, when I hear things like, oh, she promised me something, I didn't get it, I assumed it was like a lipstick or a palette or maybe a free class. I had no idea it was shit like flying off to Iceland with a photographer and a model. And I mean, when she goes big, people. She goes big. Well, you can go as big as you want when you know you're not going to follow through. And so she was promising crazy ass things to people in terms of contest winning or something like that, or prize winning. They never got. So this young lady outed her and told on her. Just told on her. And then finally it all came to light, and then people started talking. Oh, did she do that to you? She did that to me. Oh, It was like this dance all day long. Yesterday was just like this weird, very weird oh, this happened to me. It was like a Me Too movement. It was like, yo, everybody coming out for Bill Cosby moment. Everybody was coming out of the woodwork. Everybody. This happened to you, this happened to you, this happened to me, this happened to me. And now I'm getting even more information. And it is just shocking. It is shocking to see how one person can be so destructive to so many. It is shocking to me that this all started off of a little minuscule association with good artists and it blew up out of, you know, it's like I always say, I think I wrote it on my board yesterday. If it walked like a duck, it quacked like a duck, it's a duck. She had a bad reputation years ago and they let her back in and this is what happened. All for the dollar. It was all for the dollar. I'm making my money. I'm happy. I'll let her reputation go, all for the dollar. All money is not good money. And, you know, this is why I do what I do. This is why I do these things on here for you. Because if you don't know what the fuck is going on, then you're going to make those mistakes. And one of the reasons why I am so protective of you people is because many moons ago, about 15, 16 years ago, I was scammed big time. Okay. I was scammed huge. Like I'm not even going to go into the story because it's too long. It's too laborious. I was scammed so bad by people within this industry. In fact, I hadn't spoken about it since I got scammed. And I'm going to tell you how bad I got scammed to the point where I filled out contracts and paperwork and go to the airport. I was at the airport and I said, hey, I'm at the airport. I was supposed to do a tour. And, oh God, I was supposed to do a tour and I packed up everything. I quit. You know, I didn't quit. You don't quit as a freelancer. You just tell everybody you're unavailable to work because you were gone for, I believe I was supposed to be gone for like 6 months of my time. I bought new suitcases. I did all the stuff because I'm going on tour. I get to the airport. I check my bag, about to get on the flight. And then I get a little message, don't get on the plane. And I'm like, huh? Don't get on the plane. Is this the right day? I know I'm supposed to be on the plane. And I missed the signals that said, DeShawn, something's wrong with this. I had lawyers check out the paperwork. It passed inspection. I thought I knew that I was in a safe zone. I thought this was going to be a really cool gig. Wow. I was promised crazy money, crazy money, you know, and it was a fucking scam. We're talking about these people went to jail, scam. So when I tell you I know what it feels like to be scammed, I sure the motherfucker do. I know what it's like to feel scammed. It is a horrible feeling. And so I feel horrible for these people because these people didn't get paid. There are educators out there who didn't get paid. She messed up their Christmas. They were supposed to get paid. Now they realize they'll never get that money. So now they got to run around, scrounge around for help or for money, or maybe they needed that money to pay their rent. Maybe they needed that money for whatever. Maybe they need that money for just to go to Vegas. Who cares? But the money that they were supposed to get now is not coming. The opportunities that they were supposed to get now is not coming. Not only did she scam, it was so interesting. Not only did she scam educators out of money, she scammed educators out of opportunities. There was like one educator who went on Facebook and said she was so excited. It was her first time, you know, going to teach, you know, and this class of Erica's, the name of it is class. So this class was so important to her because it was like her coming out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm coming out as an educator. I know how that is because when it happened to me, I understand that feeling of, oh my God, I'm going to be an educator. This is so cool. I can't wait till you spend all your time putting together the class and you know, you're so excited to teach, you know, and get that stamp of approval. And then Erica just I believe it was like the day before she was supposed to go to Seattle. She just pulled the plug on her. Said, yeah, I don't need you anymore. Bye, whatever. And I was like, who does these things? Who does this shit? Who does this? And so this is what I'm saying. It's like she has done it across the board, just across the board. And this is my prayer. My prayer is My prayer is that these people all gather together and sue her all at once in a class action suit. And for what I understand, I was just told she probably has no money, which is why she's doing what she's doing. Where all of this money is going, I can't imagine. I would say maybe $1 million she has scammed people out of various things, maybe 1 million. I mean, I have more stories, but those are too pointed and the situations are too clear cut, and I don't want to tell on people. I will save that for another time, but people, this is the Erica Carr situation. This is the deception of an industry. This is what one person can do when a whole group or people are silent. This is what happens. This is what happens. I cannot tell you, people, how many times people have said to me, you talk too much, DeShawn. You tell people too many things. You need to be quiet. You need to keep your mouth shut. Oh, I get it all the time. Get it all the time. You say too much, you know, or at least get paid. You know, you should always be getting paid. I mean, it's just like, oh my God, like, if you want me to shut the fuck up, I'm not going to. This is what I'm saying. Silence is going to kill us all. Silence. Because if we don't look out for each other, then we got nothing. We got nothing. So like I said, there's so much more to tell you. I don't want to sit here for 5,000 hours and go story to story to story to story, because I honestly, I got notes. Look, I got notes, people. But like I said, I feel like I don't mind giving a soft view of it. I would like to have further conversations with people before I start talking about their personal interactions with this person that I've known behind the scenes. I don't believe in outing people. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they want to come out and type it up on Facebook or something, or give me permission to say, then I will say. But it's not I don't out people in that way. So I'm not going to, I'm not going to, I'm not going to. So that is the end of my sermon with this whole Erica Carr motherfreaking deception of an industry. If you have questions, you can ask me. Perhaps I can answer directly anything that you want to know that I may know. Again, I avoided the scam. I think once I got scammed so badly, my spider sense, I call it spider sense. My spider senses are very up, and I don't like to. If I get that. Danger. If I get that from a person, I tend to stay away from them. I don't care how much money you have to offer. I'm just not feeling it. So do you guys have any questions? If you, I have to do the YouTube jargon. Subscribe to this channel. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, give me a thumbs up. I really got to write notes down when it comes to YouTube, because I really have to get better. Patricia Bennett, how can we vet educators and know if they're paying the bills behind the scenes? You can't. That's the whole point of it. You really, I would love to tell you that you could, but there's really like no way of knowing. I think this is one of the reasons why I wanted to open my mouth and talk to you people, because if something funky happens and you don't tell people, then nobody's going to know what is wrong. Also, I will say this: if something funky happens, you should say what you need to say, but you'd also allow somebody a rebuttal, because I know that in this day and age of canceling people do make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Everyone is not. I know when I do my classes, I try so hard, but things can happen just out of people's control, and so on and so forth. So I want you to take what people say, but you should ask questions like, how was the class? You know, not just how is she or he as an instructor, but, you know, was your money allocated in terms of, you know, Did they say they were going to have all Dior products and they showed up with Wet n Wild? Do you get what I'm saying? Those are the things. The only way that you're going to kind of circumvent the situation, because that's what somebody had said about Erica's hair class, because she does hair. She does amazing hair. And somebody said they had taken her class. This is online. Somebody said they had taken a class and she had this elaborate kit thing. She was very particular about what you bring in your kit. So people went out and spent all this money on this new kit to take her class. And then people were saying that she made us get all this, but we barely used any of it. And so it was kind of like a waste of their money. You know what I mean? So it's like things like that. Like you need to start to see that kind of thing. And then when you see that, then that's when you make the decision, oh, gee, I don't think I will want to take this person's class. Okay. Okay, so if anybody has any more questions, I'll answer I'll answer questions. I know y'all are having some tea and a he. Here's Angie. Angie's telling me, yes, that hair kit was like $550. And that's what I'm saying. So if she's telling you to spend $550 for her class, then I think maybe the narrative that people who worked with her knew what was going on. I read that a couple of times that need to be cleared up. I think maybe the narrative that people who worked with her knew. I mean, I'm not going to say that you knew everything that she was up to. I'm never going to say that, because true, you don't know. You take people. That's Day, by the way. Day is a phenomenal photographer who moved from Brooklyn to LA and left me behind. That's Day. And Dallas did the same thing to me as well. But am I going to say that? I'm going to say this. This is what I'm going to say about the Erica Carr situation. I understand how new people who especially I can understand how people who are not makeup artists, we want to put it this way. I can understand how people who are not makeup or beauty may not know of her reputation. Put it that way. I can understand that. I can understand how photographers can be scammed. I can get that, because this is not your world. You don't get this world. You know what I'm saying? You may work with us, but this is not your world. So all that gossipy shit, you won't know. But the people within the industry, y'all know what she did. Y'all know she did dirty. Y'all know that. And a lot of times people go after the money. And listen, I like money. I'm not saying I don't like money. I like money, but not all money is good money. And this is just an example of not all money is good money. So then when you're getting paid and you're making the money and you're blah, 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 and everything's happy and go lucky with you because your checks are clear, and then suddenly she starts to scam you, then all of a sudden now there's a problem. Now the red flags, oh, she scammed me, she scammed me. Well, she scammed people before you, and now you're working with her. You get what I'm saying? It's just, I can't. It's too much. Oh my God, it's too much. Any more questions? Oh, hey, Anna. She stole from, I think that's what she had done. I cannot remember what she did, but whatever she did about 7 or 8 years ago, which was shady as shit, she should have never been allowed to come back, is my point. You don't allow somebody like that to come back and wreak havoc like this. She stole money from people. Yeah. You just don't allow people to come back into your lives and do that. And if that's what she did, then there you go. She stole money from people. Duh. What did she just do? She stole money from people. And again, I understand that a lot of people don't know because her turnaround time was so fast to me. Like, she had done dirty, kind of went away for a couple of years, and she came back strong. She came back super strong. And I just thought it was like, wow, she, for somebody who does people dirty, she got some balls, because it's like, wow, you really came back. You came back with a vengeance, girl. You came back with a vengeance. Now that she's outed, where do you think she will go from here, Amy? Sweetie, I would assume she's going to go to jail. That's what I assume. If people come together, then she will go to jail. You know, you get what I'm saying. There was many moons ago when I had first started, there was a school that kind of did the same exact thing. It's either called, somebody had written it to, the other day, it's either called Dusk to Dawn or Dawn to Dusk. I can never remember. I always get those names confused. And it was a school, and they were scamming people, and they was taking their money and everything. And those people, guess what? Got together, class action suit, and put that person and that school and the people who own that school in jail where they belonged. And this person belongs in jail. This person, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of people that probably can get some money back, maybe, maybe not, but maybe. But what about the others? That's the whole point of a class action suit, is that everybody will see this person go to jail and get their due. So in other words, if you decide to do these side deals, like let's say she scammed me out of $10,000 and she comes over to me and goes, hey, DeShawn, I got you $10,000 for you here. Just don't sue me. Then it starts to dilute. Is it dilute? Dilute, right? Dilute? I don't know what I'm trying to say. It starts to dilute. I'm going to say dilute the veracity of the suit, the class action suit, when she starts to break off money. This is very much like what's happening to Weinstein right now. You know, he's starting to have people cave, and he knows it. And so he's starting to pay off these women. You know, like, here, I'll give you $100,000. You shut the hell up. And they're starting to cave. That's basically it. I'm new. Hey, Nubian. I'm new in the industry and I couldn't afford the class. Such a blessing. I watched the consistency of makeup artists. Yeah, you got to watch. Dawn to Dusk. Thank you, Lori. I had a bad feeling about them. Thank you. Undermine. Thank you, Belladonna. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Paolo. Paolo says, don't forget to like my video. Okay. Danielle Kahn, artists are very ambitious with their schemes. The sky is the limit. She'll go away for a while and then resurface with a slightly different con. They don't stop unless they're put away. I agree. I think she should be put away. I think she should be put away. That's what I think. You know, that's what I think. I don't want her to do anything harmful to herself. I don't want her to, you know, but, you know, like on one end, you're like, how you scam a whole bunch of people like this, you know? Like, and like I said, I just remember being scammed. It is not a good feeling. Dallas, I did meet some amazing artists and made some great friends through class. I believe you, because I saw the first couple of years, it looked, I gotta say, I mean, I was highly impressed with what she had done. I thought she had done Erica in terms of Erica's class situation, the learning institution she created. I thought it looked amazing. And like I said, people walked away the first couple of classes very, very happy. So yeah, I mean, if you're happy about meeting people and making friends, that's fantastic. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but she still should be in jail. Thank you, Lady Mab. You hey? I saw you before you went away. We went up too fast for me. Rosemary, let this be a lesson. Don't pay for other people's business expenses expecting to be reimbursed ever. You know, Rosemary, you were so right. Yes, Camille, yes, do your research. I'm working with a student presently who I believe tried Dawn to Dusk. I make it so hard for those of us. It makes it so hard for those of us trying to do the right thing. Ava, you're right. That's what upset me so much, is because I don't want you guys, like, I don't want newbies, especially newbies, to be so like, I don't want to be a makeup artist and I can't trust people. And I don't want y'all like that. I don't think this is an isolated wide incident, but I don't want you to look at paint a brush of everybody sucks because they don't. Networking education is essential to our industry. We need to focus on how we can raise above all of this. That's Brenda Gallagher. I agree, but I do feel that people, I do feel that people have the right to be pissed off, and I do think that people need a time to blow up. I do. I think when I read things like that and people say, "Oh, we should all get together and kumbaya," that's really cool and that's great. Yeah, and eventually, when things die down, then sure, let us all kumbaya and hold hands and sing and get around a campfire and toast marshmallows. But right now we're all pissed, and then we can all go together. That's all. Okay. Just Nora's, I just got hired at MAC. I'm new to the professional side of the makeup world. Any advice to me? By the way, I've been binge watching you for days. Thanks, Just Nora. Yeah, man. Learn your craft, sweetie. You're new, learn. Just keep learning, keep practicing on all different skin tones and skin types, and and branch out of MAC. MAC is not the only thing. And I know you say you're working for MAC, but if you want to be a professional makeup artist in terms of fashion and or TV or whatever, if you want to be on this side of the table in terms of production and all that stuff, then you have to be a very well-rounded makeup artist. And so learn from various different cosmetic lines and techniques and all that stuff. That's what will get you over. Yeah, Dallas is an amazing educator. He says, I've been an educator for so long that I would be mortified to have people talk about light is light. He has an amazing class, Light is Light. And you know how I try to tell you, I'm trying to get you to push that to makeup artists, but I'm not going to push it now. I'm going to let it go, Dallas. But anyway, he does Light is Light. He teaches photographers lighting. And he also does this amazing class with Courtney Daly, who is yet another bow down, kick-ass photographer herself, and they do a really good class at that. And then DeShawn, there's a lot of senior artists who pull stunts. This isn't an isolated. Oh, Day, I never said it was, okay? I never said it was isolated, y'all. I never said that. But this one is just so far reaching and so big. You know what I mean? It just, I'm telling you, I've been on either the phone or I have been reading things all day long. People have given me stories all day long. And by the way, thank you everybody who have reached out to me and gave me your story, and I respect your privacy and so on and so forth. But yes, so yes, this is not an isolated incident, but this is just the enormity of it is what garners the outrage. Is it a selective outrage? Yes, of course it is, because I just think because it is so big, it is it's getting a lot of attention. But yes, there are many people who do people dirty in this industry and you don't hear peep. That has got to change. And the only way it's going to change if people open their damn mouths. And a lot of people have been perhaps threatened. Don't say nothing. A lot of people have been like, oh, if you say something, he's going to ruin your career. All of that stuff. And just people, we got to open our mouths. Get it? Just got to open your mouth. Somebody asked me something. I don't see it. I think somebody asked me, is IMAX legit? I think, oh, there it is, Patricia. Is IMAX legit? Yeah, IMAX is legit. The makeup show is legit. The powder group is legit. I can go on. I'm legit. Other people are legit. There are legit people. Dallas and Day and Courtney. There are a lot of really amazing educators out there. Yeah, there's a lot of amazing educators out there. Thank God. I'm trying to read what you say. Debbie, is that my Debbie? I own my people. Can you tell? Is that my Debbie? If people knew 5 years ago, why didn't anyone speak up then? People did speak up, but people get pushed down. Let me put it this way. This is like I just said, people get threatened, people, and a lot of times when you do speak up, it's really, in the beginning, it was such a, she wasn't affecting a tremendous amount of people. If I can explain that right. She wasn't affecting everybody. She's only affecting like one or two artists. You know what I mean? So she aligned herself with one or two of our artists. And through that alignment, she grew, her reputation grew. She attached herself to really amazing artists and was validated through that attachment. So the climb for her was kind of it was like this until it went boom, which is what we see now. So to say that, why didn't somebody say something 5 years ago? It wasn't like this 5 years ago. It was like a small interaction with a few people here, And also she controlled a lot. I don't know how she did this, but she did also control a lot of the message boards. And if you ever said anything against her, she would delete you, or she would delete what you would say, because she turned out to be an admin for a few message boards out there. I know for a fact she was an admin for In My Kit. And I remember one night we were just having, like, how we all do the, you ask a question, and we senior artists are on there to help you. And somebody had asked a question in reference to editorial work, and she answered them wrong. It was just like, that's not true. And that's kind of what I said. I was like, oh, that's not, and I wrote, that's not true. It's actually this, that, and this, that, and this, And it was a long explanation, because you guys know when I try to explain something, it's a little long. And I was explaining, I had written something that was like something like that big. So that's a lot of words, in Facebook world. And because I disagreed with her, she took it down. She did not want people to see that she was wrong. And she took it down. And I went right at her and I said, excuse me, did you just take down what I said? And she goes, oh no, I didn't do it. And I was like, but you're the only admin and what the fuck? She took it down. Whenever you disagree with her, she would remove it. She had that weird power where she would remove it. I'm telling you, very, very interesting. It was very, very interesting. Very interesting. How she was able to, it was very interesting. So it wasn't this big thing she did in the beginning. It was very quiet, very mousy, very this. Now she's like a lion and she's roaring. Very, very different. Oh, gee, you remember that, huh? Yeah. I just thought, I was like, ain't this a bitch? Wow, you really cannot say anything. And it wasn't even, the funny thing for me was, it wasn't like I was saying, oh, she lying. She knows what she's talking about. She dumb. I didn't do that. I was just like, no, that's not how it works. Let me explain to you how it works. And then I gave that person a longer explanation. That was it. It wasn't like Erica doesn't know what she's talking about. Oh my God. Debbie, hi, honey. As I get older, I realize that people don't like, I guess that means to be questioned or corrected. It's not just her. Oh, please, you correct me all the time. Oh, that's bullshit. Please, I'm not buying that. Sorry, I'm not buying that. I get corrected a lot. Okay, I'm not buying that. No, don't put on old people day. I'm not buying that. Oh my God, you kidding me? I get corrected all the time. Oh my God. Oh God, help me there, Lord. Yeah, Teague, it wasn't nothing. It wasn't anything bad I said. It really wasn't even talking to her. I was talking to the young lady who asked the question, because she was walking away with misinformation. I hate misinformation. It drives me crazy. I hear you, Day. You know I love you, but boy, oh boy. You know what? No. Dallas just asked a very good question. If someone speaks, can someone actually blacklist you or ruin your career? It's not so much, first of all, the one thing I have noticed about makeup is that our world is very large, and a lot of times we only see what we see. All right. So the world is very large. And I have known for a fact that people will as they will block you from getting certain things. Sure. I do believe that. I definitely know that happens. People can block you from getting certain jobs. Because all it takes is somebody to say, hey, DeShawn, I'm thinking about hiring Dallas and Dave. What do you think? Nah, they suck. and then they don't even look at you. So yes, there are ways for people to kind of ruin you. But then again, the world is very, very large. Even though it's small, it's still kind of large, and there are other areas. But yeah, people can be very vindictive and very cruel and try to ruin people's life. I mean, there's an artist right now who, if you say anything against him, I've been told 5,000 times, you better watch your back, Sean. And I'm like, oh, okay. But I don't have anything nasty to say. It's just interesting how people have built themselves into this like keeper of the makeup community when they're not. You know what I mean? But yes, I do believe that with a slip of a word of don't hire this person, then the person will not be hired. But the point is, I think the point is if more people speak, then the less power that these types of people have. You get what I'm saying? But people just are afraid. I'm sorry, I'm reading what you guys are saying. I don't mean to be silent. So Pure Joy Makeup says, I was told to be quiet about another artist when they were scamming. I gave out a lot of warnings so it wouldn't happen to anyone else. A few other artists, well-known artists, told me. Yeah. I mean, basically all that happens behind the scenes, and we all know how this happens, is you guys will say something, you'll ask me a question, I'll tell you, yeah, don't do that. You know, I like to, if ever there's something that happened to me in my past as a makeup artist that I feel I should warn people about, I warn people about it. I warn people about a certain class, and I remember one of my assistants was taking this person's class now, and I had such a horrible time at this class that I tell everybody, yeah, but then I have been told that everything has changed, and it, you know, whatever happened in my class is not happening anymore, and it's a really great class. And so, you know what I mean? But yes, for years I warned people, do not take a certain class, because my experience was so bad. But I do believe in redemption, and I do believe that people can change, and I do believe people can elevate themselves to be better. I mean, that's one of the things I really do believe in. I just wish Erica could have done that for herself, because she really had such a great opportunity. She did what she did 7 some odd years ago. She comes back and she does. And I gotta say, on the outside looking in, it looked amazing. It looked like she was really helping our community. It looked like she was really doing it. She was doing really good, solid work for the community. And how can you be upset with somebody who's doing such good quality work for the community, only to find out that she's scamming people? That's sad. Cindy, you are right, my darling. How dare you correct an artist? So peeps, that is my sermon. If you guys have any more questions in the light of the situation on In My Kit, there's a thread regarding Pay It Forward by Donna May. Kevin Bennett posted, In My Kit is aware of her and don't promote those who exploit situations. Danielle, I literally just went through this with Donna May. Well, I'm reading that. This was not a plant. I don't know her. I don't know Danielle, but I literally just went through it all with her yesterday on her message board about the post and the timing. Actually, I thought the post was fine. It was just the timing was just really weird at the time. the timing of that post just seemed like, why are you doing that right now when everybody is reeling and everybody's so devastated? It's not the time to promote, whether it's a half price class or a free class or whatever. It's just not the time. This is looking a little scammy, not scammy. It's looking a little like, why would you do that? It just left such a bad taste in my mouth. And you know, my big mouth, I said, why would you do that? And of course it launched into a tirade of things, and then she got me, and then she threw me off a board. Life goes on, people. And then she just literally just cut me off of the board. She was like, I don't have to listen to this woman. Yeah. I was. Yes, Dallas. Oh, help me, Jesus. Listen, if that woman is offering free education, free, take it. Oh, man, if that's free, take free, you know. Carr, I'm so paranoid and turned off by this. I know I need education to further my business. I think you're saying the paranoia is real after this catastrophe. I can totally understand how you could be freaked out. Okay, Kara, I understand it. I can't even woo-woo you right now because it's so fresh. You know what I mean? It's like such a fresh thing. But honestly, if you, it's you know, Kara, I want a rah-rah. I want to have a rah-rah to this before I get off this thing. Not everybody is a scammer. Shit happens. It's life. We will all get over it. Like I said before, I got massively scammed, but I'm sitting here and I'm talking to you. There are amazing educators out there. I think that if you do your homework and if you do your due diligence, and I know it's very hard to say that when you hear such glowing things about Erica Carr's class situation, to even believe in what I'm saying right now. But there are amazing educators out there. If you feel, we'll put it this way, if you feel funky about one-on-ones with people or taking things that are kind of off the beaten path, the Makeup Show and IMATS, the International Makeup Artist Trade Show, those two have classes. And people tend to do very well out of those classes. And that is in a conglomerate of shows. So maybe you can acclimate yourself to education through the show. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe taking a class from me might freak you out. You know, taking a class might freak you out right now, and I can understand that. So maybe taking a class from a tried and true organization such as the Powder Group and such as IMATS and might help you to kind of ease back into education. You know what I mean? But I totally feel you. I totally get you. I totally get you. Okay. I'm going to, can't wait for Netflix to do this documentary. So I am going to woosah myself, burn some candles, woo, give myself some confetti, and just kind of percolate what happened. Okay, what just happened? I'm going to percolate it all tonight whilst I clean my bathroom. Okay. And so I will be back next week, Sunday, because that has nothing to do with New Year's. And that's all I want to tell you. If you liked what I said, or if you said, damn, give me a thumbs up. Turn on the notifications so you guys know when I'm coming back on this joint. And subscribe, I forget, and please subscribe to this channel if you've not. And for all of you who came in here for the tea, if you are a true makeup artist and not just somebody who's here for tea, which is cool, I don't mind. There are 50 some odd videos down below that I've made on various weird topics of our industry. check them out. They should help you with how to ask your family to get paid. I talk about the weird subjects. I don't talk about lipstick and shit. I talk about the real shit we go through. So yeah, that's it. So go down below, have a tee-hee-hee with me in those videos. Yeah. So there you go, people. I just adore all of you, Dallas and Day and Courtney and Brenda and Teague and Rosemary and Debbie, and I can go on with the old school that I know that I absolutely adore and love, and Lori. And thank you guys for, you know, stopping by tonight. You know how much I love you. And whoo, Happy New Year, people. Just keep the peace. Open your mouths and talk. And this industry will be better. All right, peeps. I'm out. It's been a long damn day. Good night, everybody.